So I can't tell you how much I hate earbuds. I know a lot of you guys out there like them, but I just can't stand them. They always seem to get tangled up in my work and they don't ever stay in my ear. So in the past, to fix this problem, I've made these hats with speakers sewn in. They're really easy to make. All you have to do is get any old hat with 2 layers. The best ones are the ones that are the thickest. So basically, the fluffier the hat, the better it'll look when you're done. The only other thing you need is one of these cheapo pairs of headphones. I really like using these because they're so minimalistic, and they're only about $5 at Walmart. I really like using these because all you have to do is pop the back off and you end up with really thin speakers to work with. But you have to be very careful of these connections. They do break kind of easily. If you flip the hat inside out, you'll see a lot of stitching in the top of the hat. Go ahead and cut along one of these seams so that you can get the speakers and the wire in. I usually start with cutting a hole for the wire so I have it right where I want it. Of course, you can put the wire wherever you want, coming out the left or the right side of the hat, but I usually put mine coming directly out the back. This works best for me, but of course you can put it wherever you want. The next thing to do is to figure out where you want the speakers. It's a good idea to try the hat on a few times to get them exactly where you want them, but once you find them, all you have to do is sew them in. I usually put the speakers just barely forward of the ear, and that's for 2 different reasons. 1, this will give you a little bit better sound, and 2, it'll keep the speakers from being as visible. Once you get the speakers in the right place, go ahead and sew around the perimeter of the speaker. Since this material usually has such a loose weave, it's really a good idea to start off with a slip knot at the beginning. You also have to make sure that you have enough stitches around the headphones. The fact is, the hat will stretch and move over time, and you don't want this stitching to become any wider than it is right now. So about 8 inches worth of thread around the perimeter of the speaker seems to be about just right. Once you get to the end, do a couple more loop stitches to make sure it doesn't come apart, and it's usually pretty solid. Just go ahead and cut it, and then you can move on to the wire. When it comes time to sew the wire in, make sure you tie a knot in the wire first and then push the knot into the hat. That way, once you sew the hole closed, you can put a couple stitches right between the 2 wires, and that way the wire, when it gets pulled, won't pull on the speakers or their connections. It just makes the hat more durable over time. And then finish this off with a couple loop stitches as well. Once that's done, go ahead and flip the hat back inside out, and then use a couple loop stitches to sew the hat back closed. At that point, you're basically done. These hats really aren't that difficult to make. I've made about 4 of these in the past, and they always seem to work out really well. I've made these before with nothing but an old hat and an old pair of speakers that I found laying around the house, so if you have this stuff on hand, then this is actually a free project. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps out the channel a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next time.